Hello, sports movie fans, and welcome to Locker Room Flicks podcast. I am your host, Frank Sullivan, and with me is my co-host, Frank Darling. Frank, how are you this morning?
Good. Nice day today. Another beautiful day. We've had a lot of nice weather. Yeah.
Sunny day in paradise.
Yeah.
They had they're doing they do a cherry blossom festival in New Haven today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. We were gonna go. I don't know. We're gonna see how the day goes.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Those are nice. Yeah.
Oh, they're
nice.
beautiful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cherry
right down
blossoms.
New Haven. I don't know. It's not too far from like Worcester Square. I think it is in Worcester Square actually.
Yeah, I think so. That's a beautiful tree. Cherry blossom trees. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll
really
see how
nice.
We'll see how the day goes. How's everything going on there? How's your weekend going?
Good. Yeah, we went to the as you know, it was my birthday on Friday.
I was going to say happy birthday.
Yeah,
you got wild this weekend or what?
Well, we went to the breakfast at Whispering Canyon at the Wilderness Lodge in Disney there.
Okay.
And then after that we went to the Magic Kingdom. It wasn't bad. It was a Friday. I couldn't believe it. We got on like 6 rides. We left by 3 o'clock. Yeah, we had an ice cream. So it was a good day. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a good day.
I was going to say, because I know some of the vacation, what's it called? You just kind of
Spring
passed
break.
that. Spring break just kind of passed, right?
Yeah, oops, sorry. That's why. That's
Really?
why it was a nice day. Yeah, they were all gone.
So it died down a little bit?
Yeah, and the snowbirds, they're pretty much gone now too. So it's pretty cool now.
Good.
It's a good time to go to the park now. Yeah, so.
Because it's also it's also not too hot yet.
No, it was beautiful yesterday. 80 degrees, a nice breeze. It was really nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What ride did you end up going on?
Went on Pirates of the Caribbean.
Classic. Yep.
Yeah. Went on my head's. I'm so horrible bad at this stuff. Went on Ariel. You know the Ariel ride. I went on the what do you call horses? The carousel.
Carousel. Okay.
Went on Filler Magic. Went on
Filler Magic's always good.
Went on the Runaway Train there, whatever it's called.
Oh, the Snow White one?
No, Runaway Train, the roller coaster next to Splash Mountain.
Oh, I don't know. Did it open up? I thought it was closed.
No,
there
Splash
used to be
Mountain.
Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Yeah, there you go. Thunder. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain's shot. I just go on the rides, but yeah, Thunder Mountain. That was cool too. Had a good time. What else did we go on? I think that was it, but it was like 5 or 6 rides, so it was good. Haunted Mansion, so we did that, so it was good.
That's always good. So is Splash Mountain still down?
Yes, it's almost done though. They've been testing it. Now it's Tiana's thing or something. Yeah, they changed it.
It's basically the same concept. They just rebranded it, right?
Rebranded, yeah. It is beautiful though. I have to admit, the outside of it, they really did it nice. They
really
did much like they put. It just looks a lot nicer. So they did do a nice job. And I guess they're going to have a restaurant over there. Used to be Pecos Bills. It's going to be a Tiana restaurant. So in other words, it's going to have that kind of food there. So yeah.
I haven't seen that movie. Was it Prince and the Frog?
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
I probably won't see it, but I don't know. Whatever. I don't know if Linda's seen it. She might have, but that's what it's based on. Yeah.
What's your favorite ride in Magic Kingdom?
Well,
or I mean, it's hard to pick a favorite. What are your top 3?
Well, I loved. We didn't get on Jungle Cruise. That was 60 minutes when we first got there. Probably went down later. I love Pirates of the Caribbean. I always do. I think I just enjoy it. I love it. I just think
it's a classic ride, and it's a fun ride. It's kind of, you know what I mean.
It is fun. You never know what's going to happen either. They got those water cannons now. They've been moving the little spots on them, so when you come in, sometimes you get nailed. I love it. People don't know. No, I love that one. I always love Space Mountain. We just don't go on it much anymore. It's a little bit too much for me. I could go on it, but it beats you up.
Yep.
And of course, I love the old Carousel of Progress, the old time one where you go in there.
Oh God, Carousel of Progress.
Yeah, it's still there, man. It's still there. Supposedly they're updating it, but I don't know how true that is. But that would be it. I mean,
no reason why they can't update it. That's for sure.
No. But it's just fun to go. But it was a good day because it wasn't that bad. There was not a lot of people. So it was a lot of fun. So
I always liked Space Mountain was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain too, as you came along.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean is probably one of the ones. Those are the 3 that if we were to go to Magic Kingdom, I would feel disappointed if we didn't go on those rides.
I agree with you. I agree. Yeah.
You know?
It was a 20-minute wait. I don't even think it was that. We were right on it.
For what, Pirates?
Pirates,
Yeah.
I mean, you go during spring break, it's probably 90. That's the difference. Heck with that. I've been on the rides too many times. That's why we seen Jungle Cruise. It was 60 minutes. I said, Lynn, we've been on 100 times. I'm not waiting an hour.
I couldn't. No, nowadays, like I said, I've been there on all sorts of times. And
yep.
When you go on like off peak or slower times, it's like I wouldn't go back.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But what can you do, right? But that's not what we're here to talk about, right? We're here to talk about Lords of Dogtown.
Lords of the Dogtown. Wow. Yeah. Are you ready?
Here we go. Break it down. Go ahead.
Break it down. Okay, so the introduction to the movie was The Lords of Dogtown. Release date was June 3rd, 2005. Mm-hmm. Box office info, opening weekend 5.6 million and 13 million worldwide with a budget of 25 mil. We'll get back to that later. Mm-hmm. Directed by Catherine Hardwicke. Also, she was in it too, so there's some scenes in there. She's not in it, but she's kind of in it. I'll read you those stories. Starring John Robinson as Stacy, Emil Hirsch as Jay, Heath Ledger as Skip, and Michael R. Gerano as Sid, and Victor Rasek as Tony Alva. And there's also a lot of other people in it. We'll get to that too.
Yep.
The film follows the surf, and this is based on a true story. The film follows the surf and skateboarding trends that originated in Venice, California during the 70s. It did have 7 nominations, and it won 1 win. I don't know what it was, but it did win or something.
Yeah.
It was 1 hour and 47 minutes. And where did we watch the movie? I think where'd you watch it? Do you know where
I watched it on Amazon. It was free.
I think I watched it in Paramount Plus or on one of those free channels. I forgot what it was, but yeah. Okay, that's about it. Let's go to the best part. Frank's 5 fun facts. Take it away. What do you got?
All right. This was interesting because again, it's a true story,
right?
So you kind of you got to pick and choose what you get. So to prepare for his role as Jay Adams, Emil Hirsch, is that how you say it, right?
Yeah, Emil. I'd say Emil Hirsch. Yeah,
Emil Hirsch flew to Hawaii to spend time with Jay Adams. I guess he'd gotten released from jail on assault and drug charges.
Yeah,
that's where he's been basically in Hawaii.
Right.
So he spent some time with him, which is kind of funny because I guess it's a skateboarding movie. However, they all started out as surfers.
Yeah, I know that was a little weird in the beginning. I was a little confused in the beginning.
So I guess to live in Hawaii, this is probably a good spot for surfing.
Yeah. Plus the balance on the board and stuff too probably helps the skateboarding too. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. So many of the part of the set were CGI, but to keep costs down, I guess they had they purchased one of the Ferris wheels, I guess, on the pier.
Oh, cool.
For $1,000, I guess, for a few $1,000s, but most of the stuff like over there was like just CGI.
Right.
That was interesting. That's I thought that was the Venice beach, right?
Yeah, Venice Beach. Yeah, that's the big. Yeah. Oh, it's all built up now. I think. I mean.
Yeah, I didn't realize it burned down in the 70s.
Yeah. I don't know if they must have rebuilt the whole thing now. It must be all new. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't. I've seen. Everybody lifts weights down there and stuff now.
Oh, I know. Huh?
That's where Hulk Hogan's from. Venice Beach, actually.
Yeah. Let's see here. Fact number 3: the character Topper Burks, played by Johnny Knoxville, is loosely based off Bunker Speckles. I'm probably saying that wrong. He was heir to the family sugar fortune.
Oh.
His stepfather was Clark Gable, and at the age of 21, he inherited the family fortune of $50 million.
Wow, that's pretty good back then.
Which allowed him to travel the world and to be accompanied by Tony Avila and many other professional skaters.
Wow, that's wild.
I guess he died suddenly at the age of 27 in Hawaii of unknown causes, it says.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Clark Gable. Wow. Going with the win.
Yeah, going.
Wow.
Yep. Let's see here. Fact number 4: the real Skip wanted Heath Ledger to play him. I guess Heath Ledger even wore some of Skip's old clothes.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah. We have to talk. We'll have to talk about his character, I guess, because I don't know if he wore teeth like veneers. You think
he might?
Because he was all front teeth. Yeah, we'll talk to that.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're right. Yeah.
And then again, there's a lot of cameos from professional skaters. So the cameraman skater of the pool scenes was Lance Mountain, or I guess his 1980s skateboarder Lance Mountain. I don't really know too much about him.
No, I don't either. But yep.
And during some of the other scenes, I don't know if I'm sure you probably caught Tony Hawk.
Yes.
Tony, when he plays an astronaut, which is kind of funny.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And let's see. And the real Skip appears as the race starters of the Seattle event. So
right. When they're doing the race is going down.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot. I'm sure I probably missed a bunch.
No, that's fine. There's a lot to actually talk about this, which I was really surprised about. But
yes,
there's a lot to talk about. Yeah. Heath Ledger in this was interesting. He had his sunglasses on most of the time, so.
Very interesting with Heath.
His teeth, like you said. I'm sure he had better teeth than that.
He just not even. I just feel like I don't know what maybe he wore fake teeth, or maybe that's just how he talked. The way he talked,
yeah. Well, you got to have that. You got to remember too. He's not from the 70s. I mean, in the 70s, you had a lot of those beach people that they talk gnarly, dude. So they had to try to fit into that. But
all right, we'll get into the cast, I guess.
Yeah.
We already Heath kills every role that he plays.
Yeah. Dark Knight, Knight's Tale.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's the one. He passed away. But it's a shame. He's an excellent. The Joker in The Dark Knight is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
This was pretty early on. I know him. He was acting for years.
Yeah, well, that was what 2005. That was 19 years.
Shit,
ago,
this is actually later in his career. I thought this. I don't know. For some reason, I got confused. But yeah, because he died in 2008.
Did he really? I didn't even think he's been gone that long.
Yeah.
Holy wow! Boy, time flies, man. I didn't realize that. So this was 3 years before he died.
Yeah.
Right. Wow.
Yes, this came out in 2000. I mean, again, he acted. I mean, he did. You don't realize how he did a ton of stuff. I mean, Brokeback Mountain came out in 2005.
Yeah.
The Brothers Grimm came out in 2005.
Yeah, that was good. Brothers Grimm. I saw that. That was pretty good, actually.
I don't remember that. I'm sure I've seen it before.
Yeah, I think it was with Matt Damon or somebody in that. I'm not positive.
I was going to say, when did the Patriot came out? 2000.
Oh, that's right.
It's crazy how much stuff you just don't realize. Like,
yeah, the Patriot was excellent. That's an excellent movie. Yes.
Yeah, we might get. I think we're going to get into that one.
We gotta. We'll have to do it.
Yeah,
that was good. Yeah, that was good. I forgot how much stuff he's in, man. I love him. Every time I've seen him, it's a shame, like I said, he passed away. But imagine the career this guy would have had, though, if he stayed alive, and continued to work. I mean,
he was good in this movie, man. I tell you, he played a weird character. What else are we talking about? Emil Hirsch.
Yeah, he was from The Girl Next Door and Darkest Hour. Darkest Hour I saw was a pretty good movie. I never saw The Girl Next Door, but these are I picked these out because I look at the ratings on them. I try to do it this way. Anything above a 7's got to be halfway decent. So I've heard The Girl Next Door. Yeah.
I watched The Girl Next Door. That was. It's a guy movie.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Right.
It's still, but it's what I know him from.
Yeah. Right.
Because I've seen it. There's Speed Racer. He also
yeah.
I haven't seen that one, and then Into the Wild is another one. I guess is based off a true story.
Right.
But it's got a lot of good ratings.
Then you got John Robinson that plays a good part, plays as Stacy, and he was in Transformers, the original one. Yep.
That's the only thing I know him from.
Yeah,
he plays the one. The one or two scenes he plays Shia LaBeouf's friend.
I know.
Other than that, this is the only other movie I've seen him in.
I don't know if you saw the picture of what are we talking about here? John Robinson playing Stacy. What's his name? Stacy Peralta. If you look at Stacy Peralta, they have a picture of him at his age. He has that yellow and red outfit on. Looks just like him.
Really?
Just like
I meant to do that. Actually, pull up because I'm sure you can because they were in the magazines. I'm sure even like the three of them. I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, that's something though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got Michael Argerano as Sid. He was in This Is Us, Forbidden Kingdom, Almost Famous. He's been in a lot of stuff. He really has. He's a good actor. He's a character actor, but he's a good actor. Yeah, I knew his face as soon as I saw him. So,
what about the guy that plays Tony Avila?
Oh yeah, that's Victor Rasek. He was in 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Freed. He's in the 50s series. I think he plays him in it. Yeah.
50 Shades of Grey. Who is he?
And 50 Shades Freed. That's that one where he's it's a.
He doesn't play he doesn't play Christian Grey.
No, he doesn't play Christian Grey.
He plays Jose. I only watched the first movie.
Yeah.
And again, that was really it.
He plays somebody else, but he's in. Looks like he's in both of them. I think there's three altogether. Yeah. But Victor Rasek. Wow. So real quick, because we can get into the rest of the movie, I did shout outs. Let's just go through them real quick, as you know. We can talk about it, but Rebecca De Mornay as Filane, Eddie Cahill as Larry Gordon from Miracle, Joe McHale. We know Joe McHale. He was as a reporter. Sofia Vergara as Amelia, Tony Hawk as the astronaut, Johnny Knoxville. That's played Jackass too, right?
Yep, Jackass. Have you seen those movies? Jackass movies?
No, I've seen before they made the movies. Let's put it that way. There's some messed up stuff.
Well, he's done some skateboarding as well. He's not too like crazy, but he's done some type of that. And a lot of the guys he hangs out with
do the same.
Like he had, Bam Margera, who does skateboarding.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Jeremy Renner as Jay Adams. Jay Adams' manager.
I noticed him. Yeah, he was young.
And American Ferrera as Thunder Monkey.
Did you mention Eldon Henson?
No, I didn't. I know there's so many here. I mean, go ahead, go with it.
Well, I know. I just mentioned.
No, I didn't. No, I can't. There's so many
because he was in the Mighty Ducks. So.
Oh, the big guy, the burly looking guy. Yeah, I knew I missed somebody. Yeah. Well, we're looking at him, Sam. What's he from?
Yeah, they had a lot of just random people in this movie. I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. It's just weird.
Well, when you picked it, I said to myself, "What kind of movie is this?" Right? And then I'm watching the beginning, and then I'm seeing these. I said, these guys are in this movie? No, they were. It just all these popped in. You always figure out a way to slide everybody in on me, trick me.
I know, huh?
I figured, this is going to be a skateboard movie. I said,
no, it was an interesting movie.
It really was. Yeah.
I'm trying to think now because I had to look up some of the stuff here. Let me see here with Skip, and it just kind of said how they had a one spot where I'm trying to read them. Look where I had it. So Skip and the Z Boys, they influenced a locals only surf spot called the Cove that was located at Pacific Park in Santa Monica, California, which later burned down, which we saw.
Right. Yep.
That's what kind of he was, I guess, known for, or one of the things. And it also said that Skip was actually also inducted into the Skateboarding Hall of Fame in last year, 2023.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I guess Dogtown. I was reading this. These are. I dug somewhere else to get some of this stuff. Dogtown represents an area south of Santa Monica, Ocean Park, and Venice, on the California coastline. So that's so that's the name of it. Yeah. I guess Hirsch was one of the few that had pretty good experience as a street skater. So Emil Hirsch that plays Jay. Yeah. Southern Carolina prior to appearing in the film. So that helps. That probably helps.
Well, and too, again, this is also, it's the skateboarding we were seeing in this movie isn't quite what it is now. Again, you got a lot of the, again, like the half pipes and
it's so different today. Yeah,
and with like a lot of the street with the grinding on the rails and stuff. So I mean, thankfully. They probably get. You saw them do a lot of the skating themselves.
Oh yeah,
because if this was like kind of like if they did like a movie based on like let's say Tony Hawk, which I don't know why they haven't done one before, or
me too. I agree.
With the like the big half pipe because he was the first guy to do a 900.
Right.
Which is I think 3 turns or something.
Oh, it's
like
crazy
that.
What they do now, man. It's insane. It's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Tony Hawk, I guess, was 14 at the time here.
14. Yeah, I guess
like that.
Tony was it Tony? Is it Tony Avia?
Yeah. Tony, is it Alva? Tony Alva. Yeah, Tony Alva. Yeah.
So some of what we were talking about the skating scenes when we'll get into like kind of the action. It was weird how like again they would skate into the pools, the empty in-ground pools. But they were talking about how like I guess the drought would just kind of.
Yeah, that's true story. Yeah, that was based on that time. Yeah, that was a big thing back then. You had a drought, so what they had to do was they had to empty all the pools. They couldn't fill the pools up. So.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what they ended up doing. Yeah. The droughts were a big thing. That was the point I was going to tell you. While rehearsing a scene in an empty pool, director Catherine Hardwick, she fell and hit her head. Did you see that?
Yeah.
She suffered a concussion. That's crazy, man.
I did see that.
Yeah. See, I dug some stuff up on here. It says these are just shots in the dark everywhere here, but it said all three leading actors became good skaters. And the production was able to avoid using stunts in the majority of the scenes. But like you said, this was a laid-back skating.
Yeah, it was kind of...
jumping over. I think all the big scenes that we saw in the pool and stuff, it wasn't them, I don't think. I think most of those were... Some might have been a little bit, but most of them were professional people that did it, yeah.
Well, and you see the style, it looked like they were like surfing. It was like a surfing kind of style.
That's a good point. I never thought of that. You're right. Yeah. That's a real good point. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I never thought of that. Yeah.
Let me see. What else we got here?
I guess Victor Rasek, he had never skated before.
Really?
Yeah, plays Tony. Yeah, he never
gotcha.
Skated. And then the training routine included, once again, I got this somewhere else, included surfing in the morning, 5 days a week, and then 5 or 6 hours of skateboarding in the afternoon. So these guys work really hard.
Yeah.
So
it's not easy, man. I tell you, I tried it when I was a kid. I would skateboard here and there, and then she was like, you end up going on, like I ended up trying like a new skateboard or something with like the wheels.
Right.
Like you move, like I couldn't stand on the skateboard like on a brand new.
I see.
I don't know what kind of. I don't know. I don't know what kind of skateboard it was, whatever. But like the wheels were so like good, like I even moved on the skateboard.
So they were past the. You're saying they're different now. They're not even polyurethane anymore. There's something different now, aren't they? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know.
No, there's something different today. I don't think they're polyurethane. There's something else. They're a whole new thing. But that was cool, wasn't it? When they came in with the box of polyurethane wheels, I didn't know nothing about that. I had no idea.
The new yes, because you show the other wheel. I think it's like wood, probably. I would imagine.
Well, or a cheap plastic, but
a cheap, because they were all chewed up and
right. The polyurethane is almost like having a tire on there. Basically, you can grip with it. Boy, what a revolution that was, huh? I wonder who invented that.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of money. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No, they were moving it in some of them scenes.
Oh yeah. That's what it said, though. It just said when the scenes involve difficult and dangerous skateboarding stunts. That's pretty common sense. Professional skateboarders were called in. So, they got to be smart. They don't want to hurt the guys, get hurt on some crazy things. How about the soundtrack? I guess it features, I loved it, 16 songs and plus 24 additional tunes that are only featured in the movie. I thought that was pretty cool. The music was good. Well, I loved it. I loved all the cars in it. All the old cars.
A lot of brush right to the 70s, huh?
Boy, they must have dug up those cars, man. That's pretty cool.
What were they? I didn't look up, but were these kids in, high school or,
Yeah.
Because, again, there's a lot of drinking scenes and a lot of...
That's a good point.
And they looked young.
That's a good point. I don't know, man. They looked high school to me, but...
They looked high school. I don't know. Again, we'd have to kind of, briefly look up...
Yeah,
the timeline, but
70s. Pretty much everybody did what they wanted to do back then. It was a crazy era, man. It was a crazy time.
Yeah, when you see the scene, the cop shows up and they're skateboarding.
One cop.
One cop, and I wrote it down too. Do you see the move they did on the cop?
Yeah,
there's a bunch of kids. The guy goes down behind him and they push him and he falls over.
That's the old move, man. I love it.
Yeah, that's not happening nowadays. That's for sure.
That was good, Frank.
But let's talk about some of the scenes with the family. So you have the mother who seemed offer a rocker with kind of the father kind of, I guess, I assume that was his father, just kind of up and leaves.
Yeah.
Dysfunctional family.
Yeah, I think that was Rebecca. That was Rebecca De Mornay. Fellaini, her name was. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was kind of shady there. I mean,
sad and
once again, it's that era was a weird era, man. It just was.
Really?
So that's pretty tough for all those kids. And Stacy kind of here's the amazing thing about that whole movie. They didn't even want him in the beginning.
Oh, I know.
Remember? They didn't even include him. Because he had a job, actually, wasn't he?
He had a job,
good, huh? He got something, making money. Yeah, smart. And he turned out to be a billionaire.
I know.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you look at the story that way, that's what it really was about. He was like the outsider. He really wasn't. He loved to skateboard, but he wanted to, make money and stuff. How about Jay?
Yeah.
How about Jay when he refuses the slinky thing?
Oh, I know.
$10,000. What are you, crazy?
$10,000 to sing the slinky
That's
song.
all you got to do is sing the song. They pay you the money and you can go home after that. I didn't understand that part. That was really weird. How do you look at it?
You could see how he got roped into a rough crowd.
Yeah, I know. And I didn't understand that. That was weird. I don't know.
It said with Stacy, it says he created basically a skateboarding company.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy. And what about again? I'm talking. Let's say more about the less of the skateboarding scenes is Tony's sister hooking up with half the guys.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
and I was like, this is kind of. I gotta have Phil. I was like, this is kind of weird. Like they're basically hooking up. Like her brother's right next to him.
I know.
In the next bed, and they're both hooked. Basically, going to have sex. I was like, that's weird. No,
it is weird. I agree totally with you. I know there are some weird scenes in that. The guys were out of control.
Seemed like it. Yeah, a lot of just drinking, probably doing. They were smoking drugs. Who knows? Doing all kinds of drugs.
Who knows what they were doing? I mean, I think they probably would have called it down a little bit. But how about the crazy fighting at the tournaments? What the heck's that all about? That guy was. Oh, we forgot about that. Wait, who plays Tony? Tony's the fizzy guy, right? With the fizzy hair.
Tony. Yeah, Spanish guy.
He was crazy. Him and Jay fighting with people and.
Yeah.
You can't put your hand down. That was confusing for me because the people that were putting their hand down had gloves on their hand. And then he does it, remember? And he gets...
Yeah, he gets disqualified.
Disqualified. And then I don't know what happens after that. But
yeah.
Those people back then, though, here's the weird thing. That age group passed, in other words, the people that were running the tournament.
Yeah.
There's a lot of kids. They were afraid of the kids back then. It's a lot different. It's such a different world today. So, You see how they backed off on everything in the end? They backed. Okay, but I don't know. But their fighting was crazy, man. He fucking punching people, and I guess it happened though. I guess it happened. They put it in the movie. I mean,
a bunch of just kids, just kind of doing whatever.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
I guess Stacy. He not only wrote the movie, but at 48 years old, he did some of the skateboard stunts for 18-year-old John Robinson.
That's. I mean.
Yeah, that's interesting. Who was playing? Oh, here you go. You just asked about him. Who was playing Stacy's 17 to 19-year-old self? So that's how old he was. You were right. So almost to college. Almost.
Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Yep. So there it is.
Well, and again, I'm thinking, drinking, this again. You're right. It's the 70s, right? Different time.
You were probably drinking at 15. I wasn't, but a lot of kids were, I guess.
Well, wasn't the age of drinking was what? Was 18?
Might have been 18. Yeah, I don't remember when they did change. It's 21 now, right? Yeah. Is it 21?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go fight for your country at 18, though.
I know. Go figure, right?
I never understood that, but whatever. Yeah. Yeah, they were saying, with the 70s, the California drought and the urethane wheel revolution, skateboarders invaded empty private swimming pools. So that was a real thing. I didn't know that until I watched the movie. Once again, I learned something new.
I mean, it makes sense, but
They were hopping over fence.
Yeah, they were looking for... Well, I was like, they can't, like the drought, I mean, I guess just, you can't just, everyone has a hose in their backyard, right?
Yeah, but I don't know why the pools were all empty. I would have figured they just, I don't know.
Fill it up. Right? I mean, just fill it up from the hose. Again, I don't know.
Maybe the drought was before the, I don't know what time. Yeah, remember, too, they do have seasons there, too. I mean, it's not like it's still cold there. So maybe they hadn't filled the pool up. That's the only thing I'm figuring. So when the drought came, they were not allowed to do it. Because I don't know if you were watching on there, but there was a couple of TV things on there on the TV about the drought and all that. The water is going to be used. You got to use it very, smart. You can't just do anything you want with it. But that was crazy. But all the pools being empty, that was nuts, man.
Yeah.
How's Sid doing? Poor Sid.
No, Sid. That I wrote. That was the best scene at the end.
Oh, wasn't that nice?
It was, obviously it's kind of sad because Sid ends up dying of before he had brain cancer. But it's just then you show all four of the kids just kind of like skating in the pool like they normally did. Again.
Yeah, that was nice though. What they did for him though, that was real nice. It really was.
And again, I believe we briefly talked about it when we talked about Hardball. Is when the kids have something, a sport or like a hobby or something, it's something for them to keep them from getting into trouble. I agree with you. I agree totally. Yeah, obviously, the one kid mixed into the bad crowd, but
he did. It happens. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, but they weren't exactly rich, these kids. Let's put it that way. That's a perfect example. By any means. No. They're pretty poor. I mean, and they had to work. Well, what did Jay keep saying? I got to make money for my mother, remember?
Yeah.
Was it Jay? Yes, Jay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because she didn't, I don't know, she didn't have a job or whatever.
She's going to lose her house, he said, so I got to work.
A shithole.
Yeah, so everybody had their own thing.
Yeah.
Tony got hooked up with that guy, though. I mean, I guess it worked in the beginning, I guess.
Johnny Knoxville, yeah.
Yeah, Johnny Knoxville. I knew you.
Weird kid. I like Johnny. He's funny. I watched all the Jackass movies.
Linda knew it. She said to me, Johnny Knoxville, as soon as I said Johnny, oh, that's why, she said.
I honestly, I had no idea he was in this movie.
Really?
Until I actually, dug into it, and I had no idea he was in this movie.
He is funny, though.
And again, some of these, cameos just didn't, I was like, weird this, Sofia Vergara was in it, and she had to be... This was probably early in her acting career.
Yeah, 19 years ago, so she must have been, I don't know, she's not that old. She's 40-something. No. She must have been 20-something at best. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And again, some of it seemed like some of the other guys, like the guy from Mighty Ducks, there was a few other guys that just was like, what? I don't know, maybe just looking for just guys, I don't know.
I know Joe McHale. They show like the side of him a couple times. It's him though.
Yeah,
he does everything now, Joe McHale.
I know.
So, hey, I guess the making of Dogtowns, they were saying, used between 200 and 250 skateboards.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh?
That's crazy.
And again, I think too is they must have dug up some of these old, or maybe had to use these like retro skateboards because they didn't look like the skateboards they do now.
Oh no, I'm sure they did. They probably
because it seems like the boards were smaller.
Oh, definitely,
and definitely a lot smaller.
Oh, they're big today, man. They're big compared to back then. Well, the tricks, like you said, doing a lot of the tricks are different. You need more surface. There's a lot more to it today. This actually wasn't too bad. I guess they, in the 1976 World Professional Skateboard Championship, once again I dug this up, the production crew built freeform skate ramps and trophies. So they actually built the trophies. They actually made them. So.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed it. I think the stunts, I'll tell you though, man, they were in that pool. I'm waiting. Remember when Sid, remember he went up, came down, he hit his head, They weren't even wearing helmets or nothing though, man.
No, they didn't wear helmets.
Crazy stuff.
No helmets, no other pads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely it's a rough. These even guys were jumping from off the roof and
I know
down into.
I know.
Yeah, very interesting.
Did you get a little? I got a little off track in the beginning when the surfers were out there. Those were the older surfers, right?
Correct.
The adults, I should say, something like that. And they were get out of here, I thought they were going to go more into that, but they never really did,
No, they
never
really
know what
touched upon it. Yeah.
Because when I first seen it, I said, what's this, a surfing movie or a skateboard movie? What is it?
Yeah. No, I know. I got a little confused with it too, but I guess they had to make that like correlation between like the two, like where the surfers first,
right. You're exactly right.
And then they eventually go, to the skateboarding.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else. It's all around.
Hey, what happened in the end there with Skip? Linda was asking me, we were watching it, was he working for somebody? He had no longer had his place? Remember he was in the back and he says, how's that board doing? And he's working on the board.
Oh,
was he working for somebody now and didn't own the place no more? What happened there?
I don't think so. I think because that was his surf shop, and I think one of the guys was coming to pick, like he must have been doing repairs on it, or kind of like sanding it down when he was doing it. I just think he was just a surf shop, really.
I was wondering what was going on.
It seemed like he kind of lost. In the end, it seemed like that was his team that started it, but it seemed like but again, I don't know. I want to say he was like taking advantage of them, but eventually they get sponsorships. You've seen it in the Brink movie where it's like it gets sponsored, and
I agree. Yep.
And again, you're looked down upon because you go. I want to say you get branded as like a sellout, right?
Yeah. Well, why did they leave on him? And the guys, like the guy from the Mighty Ducks.
All the guys, I think.
What was going on? Because they weren't. They weren't going nowheres with him. Is that what it was?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I mean. It didn't quite make. They didn't really dive to. It seemed like they were like his lackeys, like following him around.
I know. I just didn't understand where all the money was going. Though they must have been making something, man. They were doing well with everything.
Yeah. It didn't. Yeah.
Then he's on top of the building throwing the stuff off, and he was out of control.
Yeah.
Now, one of these guys passed away.
Yeah.
Was it Jay?
I think so. Let me see.
Yeah, check it out. It's either
Jay. No, I think Jay ended up. I have to look into it. Yeah.
Somebody died. I know he's not around no more. No, I mean since the movie, he's dead. He passed away. I think that's the point I was making.
Oh, yeah.
One of them died.
Yeah, Jay died. It says 50. He was 53 in 2014.
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
He had a heart attack.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting how long
ago
this movie
I'm getting
came
confused.
out.
The real Jay. That's what I meant. The real Jay.
Yes, the real Jay
person,
died.
not the actor. Yeah. Yeah. And I guess he was in it. I guess Jay Adams was in it. I guess it was a cameo. It said, I don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it said. I guess he gives Emil Hirsch some money for beer during a party scene at Jay's house. So he was a little. There's a few cameos in there that way.
And the guy and the guy Stacy Peralta actually started doing production too.
Yeah, I know.
Directing some movies. I'm trying to look at some of his.
Well, he does it. Does another one.
A lot of TV movies. I'm trying to look at some of his other movies.
Didn't he direct the other one too? What was it called? Dogtown and Big Z, or what was it called? And the Z Boys.
Dogtown and Z Boys. Yep.
In 2001. Okay. The documentary covering the same period as a biopic. Oh, that's interesting. So he's made a couple of these already.
Yeah.
These kind of movies. Yeah.
He was also in the Tony Hawk's one of the games.
Oh, okay.
I played a lot of those the Tony Hawk video games.
Oh, the skateboard?
Yeah, I played a ton of them. Yeah, those were good. Those were really good games. But that's interesting. Yeah. All right. You got anything else? I think I pretty much all.
Yeah, that's good. We did well on there.
Covered a decent amount. This was a weird movie. I'll go into the ratings.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you got a 7-1, right?
Yeah, which is pretty decent for a movie. For
I thought it was
this kind of this movie. Again, I like the kids that played him.
Oh yeah,
Heath Ledger was he was great. Johnny Knoxville's good. Some of the other kids. This was a weird movie, though. I gotta say, I don't know. I think it was the direction. It just seemed like it was all over the place.
I agree with you there. Yeah.
There was a lot of scenes that they showed this. There was like a bar scene with Jay, and he ends up going there, and they end up fighting a bunch of kids.
Right.
It was just the direction was weird.
Yeah, it was. It got confusing at times. When Linda was watching it, she was. What's going on here? What are we doing?
I'm looking at. Yeah, and I'm trying to look at like the director, Catherine. She's got a few others. She did, I guess, one of the Twilight movies.
Okay.
13. I don't know if you've seen any of the other movies. She doesn't have too much of a background.
Yeah.
But it was an interesting movie, and then again, we probably could have seen more of Heath Ledger.
Yeah, could have. Yep. Definitely.
Would I watch this movie again? Probably not. Just being honest.
Yeah, it's probably going to be hard to find, anyways. Once it gets a little older.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. My rating. I'm gonna give it like a 6. Honestly, I know I'm kind of pushing a little bit. Sorry for all the fans out there.
Sorry for you. Where are these guys? Come on come on to our podcast. We'll give you a talking.
I know. Where do you go? Where are you going?
Well, an hour and 47 wasn't bad. I had to explain a lot of stuff. I thought that wasn't bad. I mean, it could have been an hour and a half, but the time wasn't. I like all the little cameos. It's pretty cool. Everybody did a nice job in it, considering they did a lot of their own stunts. So I thought that was impressive.
That's true, yeah.
And we forgot about talking about one thing: the budget, $25 million. They lost $12 million on this film. So
yeah,
who's the budget?
That's what I mean. Again, you didn't need all those. You could have you either had to cut some stuff out or explain it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know what those guys were. Just his crew or whatever.
No. Heath Ledger, he got most of the money. There's no doubt about that. So,
yeah.
All right. So I'll go about what you give it, a 6.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6.3. I'll be a little bit nicer than you.
Be a little generous. Yeah.
I'm doing it for the cameos.
Yeah, I know.
That's how you like it. So that's it.
All right. Well,
so you got.
What are you gonna do, right?
Yep. So you got your next poll coming up, or what do we got?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a poll, but it's gonna be a basketball movie, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll put it up soon, and that'll be that.
All right, very good.
And I know we're going to be seeing you in a few weeks, so that'll be good.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm excited.
I'm excited. All right, anything else you got?
No, that's it.
All right, folks, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media platforms if you want to put your votes in and take care of that.
All right.
All right, that's the ball game.